For years, football fans have debated one question over and over again. Who is the best national team in the world? Right now, there are only two answers that truly make sense: Argentina or Spain. One is the reigning FIFA World Cup champion, a team that has already proven it can handle the biggest moments under the brightest lights. The other is football's fastest rising powerhouse, filled with fearless young stars who look ready to dominate the next decade. But here's the question that everyone wants answered. If these two teams met in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, who would actually win? Would Lionel Messi write the greatest ending in football history by lifting a second consecutive World Cup? Or would Spain's new golden generation begin a dynasty that could dominate international football for years to come? Today, we're comparing every important detail: the squads, the managers, the tactics, the mentality, the experience, the young stars. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why this could become one of the greatest World Cup finals football has ever seen. Let's start with Argentina. When Argentina won the 2022 FIFA World Cup, many people believed it was the perfect ending. Messi had finally completed football. The mission was over. The dream had become reality. Most fans expected Argentina to slowly decline after Qatar. History suggested that was exactly what would happen. After all, defending a World Cup title is one of the hardest challenges in sports. Every opponent studies you. Every match feels like a final. Every team wants to defeat the champions. But something unexpected happened. Argentina didn't decline. They improved. Under Lionel Scaloni, the team continued playing with the same confidence, the same chemistry, and the same winning mentality that made them champions in Qatar. That's incredibly rare in international football. Most national teams spend years trying to build consistency. Argentina already has it. Their players know each other perfectly. The tactical system hasn't changed. The dressing room remains united. And perhaps most importantly, they've already experienced what it feels like to lift the World Cup. That kind of confidence cannot be taught. It has to be earned. Then there's Lionel Messi. Many people believe age will finally catch up to him before the tournament begins. And physically, they're probably right. He won't run like he did 10 years ago. He won't dribble past 5 defenders every single match. But here's what makes Messi so dangerous. He no longer depends on speed. He depends on intelligence. Every movement has a purpose. Every pass creates danger. Every touch changes the rhythm of the game. He's become a player who can completely control a match without even touching the ball very often. And that's exactly why Argentina doesn't need Messi to be the player he was in 2014 or 2022. They only need him to produce a few magical moments throughout the tournament. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad has become stronger than ever. Julian Alvarez continues developing into one of football's most complete forwards. Enzo Fernandez has matured into an elite midfielder capable of controlling any match. Alexis McAllister keeps proving why he's one of Europe's smartest playmakers. Cristian Romero remains one of the toughest defenders in international football. And Emiliano Martinez, perhaps no goalkeeper on earth, inspires more confidence in penalty shootouts. Every line of Argentina's team is filled with experience. Every player understands pressure. Every player knows how to win. But then there's Spain, a nation that quietly rebuilt itself after years of disappointment. For nearly a decade, many people believed Spain's golden era was over. The legendary generation of Xavi, Iniesta, David Villa, and Sergio Ramos had disappeared. The football world thought Spain would need years to recover. Instead, a completely new generation arrived. And they might be even more exciting. Lamine Yamal has become one of the most talented teenagers football has ever seen. Pedri controls matches with intelligence far beyond his age. Rodri has established himself as one of the world's best midfielders. Nico Williams gives Spain incredible speed on the wings. Unlike Argentina, Spain doesn't rely on one legendary player. Their biggest strength is the collective. Their passing, their movement, their relentless control of possession. They suffocate opponents by keeping the ball, forcing mistakes, and slowly taking complete control of games. So before a single ball is kicked at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, One question already divides football fans around the globe. Is experience enough to defend a World Cup? Or is youth finally ready to take over? If Argentina and Spain actually meet at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, who has the advantage? Let's start with experience. Argentina has something that very few national teams in history have ever possessed: a squad that already knows exactly what it takes to become world champions. That may sound simple, but it changes everything. When pressure reaches its highest level, most teams panic. Champions don't. Argentina has already survived penalty shootouts. They've played extra time in World Cup knockout matches. They've come from behind. They've protected one-goal leads. They've lifted the biggest trophy in football. Nothing surprises this group anymore. That experience could become their biggest weapon. But Spain has an advantage that may be just as important: energy, youth, hunger. While Argentina's many leaders will be playing the final major tournament of their careers, Spain's stars are only beginning theirs. Every month they continue improving. Every season they become more mature. And by the time the World Cup begins, players like Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Nico Williams, and Gavi could be even better than they are today. That should worry every national team. Then there's the midfield battle. And honestly, this may decide everything. Argentina relies on balance. Enzo Fernandez controls the rhythm. Alexis McAllister connects every line of the team. Rodrigo de Paul does the dirty work that often goes unnoticed. Together, they create one of the most complete midfields in international football. Spain answers with Rodri, a player many consider the best defensive midfielder in the world. Alongside Pedri and the rest of Spain's technically gifted midfielders, they dominate possession like very few teams can. If Spain controls the ball, Argentina will be forced to defend. If Argentina wins the midfield battle, Spain's entire game plan begins to collapse. Then we reach perhaps the biggest difference between these two nations: mentality. Argentina plays every important match like it's their last. They fight for every ball, every tackle, every second. That relentless mentality has defined Scaloni's era. Spain, meanwhile, wins in a completely different way. They remain calm, patient. They trust their football. Instead of rushing, they slowly wear opponents down until spaces finally appear. Two completely different philosophies, both equally effective. And then there's Lionel Messi. Even at this stage of his career, he remains football's ultimate difference maker. He no longer needs to dominate every minute of the match. Sometimes he disappears for long stretches. Then suddenly, one pass changes everything. One free kick, one finish, one magical moment. That's what makes him unique. Spain doesn't have a player quite like that. Instead, they rely on the collective. If one player has a bad game, another steps up. That depth makes them incredibly dangerous throughout an entire tournament. But World Cups are rarely decided by statistics alone. They're decided by emotions, by belief, by confidence. And Argentina currently possesses something almost impossible to measure: the confidence of champions. This group truly believes they can beat anyone: France, Brazil, England, Portugal, Spain, anyone. That belief is incredibly powerful. History has shown us that defending a World Cup is one of the hardest achievements in football. Many legendary teams have failed. Brazil couldn't do it. France couldn't do it. Germany couldn't do it. Will Argentina become the next team to fall? Or will they achieve something that almost nobody thought was possible? At the same time, can Spain's incredible new generation finally announce itself as football's next dominant force? Could this become the beginning of another Spanish dynasty similar to the one that conquered the world between 2008 and 2012? So, who do I think will win? If the tournament were played today, I would give Argentina a slight edge. Not because Spain lacks quality, far from it. Spain has every ingredient needed to become world champions. But Argentina has something even more valuable. They already know exactly how to win when the pressure is at its absolute highest. Until somebody proves otherwise, the reigning world champions remain the team to beat. But that's just my opinion. Now I want to hear yours. If the 2026 FIFA World Cup final was Argentina versus Spain, who would lift the trophy? Argentina? Spain? Let me know your prediction in the comments.